Welcome to Late Night Satori, the show that gives you an exclusive sneak peek behind the curtain of Junior Anthony Satorians.
We are Carlos,
Maggie,
and Uncle Tim. Let's go!
Let's go! All right, welcome back to Late Night Satori. We have Satori royalty, the highest earner, the coup de grace, I hope I said that right, the upper echelon of Satorians, Miss Train Nguyen. Say hello to everyone, Train.
Hey guys. Hi. Wow,
welcome.
What an intro.
I know, I was like, should I keep going? No, I'll just stop. Well,
half of the words I didn't understand.
Half of the words I'm hoping I said correctly.
We're going to have to go Google some of that.
Right, maybe.
Not again. But yes, this is like Maggie was telling you about Lola. This is my Lola. Train introduced me to the program, and we've been BFFs ever since. Yay!
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, we appreciate you, swinging by, taking some time out of your busy day. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, and we'll go from there.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on this. I've been a loyal fan, always watching all of the episodes. So I'm really excited when I get a chance to actually feature on one episode with you guys. But yeah, so I actually, I'm Vietnamese, immigrant. I came here when I was 12, and been kind of grew up in California. Pretty much I always an entrepreneur at heart, even though English is not my first language, but I really love the opportunity to kind of have the American dream and create, the reality and create wealth or anything you want in your life. And so I never really thought the 9-to-5 lifestyle would fit me. So yeah, I've been, starting out 18 years old, selling Cutco knives, and then basically went into selling alarm system for a little bit after I sold Cutco for 4 years. And then after that, had my own business for 6 years. And then the pandemic came and just pretty much give me another test, to just all right, well, it's time for you to move into a different direction. So let's shut this down for now. And then basically that's how I found out about digital marketing and got into affiliate marketing specifically. I really love the fact that I can just work with another business. And so, did a pretty much a bunch of trial and errors for different things. When I finally found LiveSotori, found Junior, that was just the perfect mold for what I was looking for. Fit me perfectly, my personality, what I have been, kind of experience I have in the past, and just surrounding myself with such amazing, positive people all the time and get to make a load of money while having fun and living this laptop lifestyle as a online, entrepreneur. So yeah, that's what got me here, pretty much.
Sweetness.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have so many questions, but I'm not gonna. I'll make sure Carlos goes first. I've got one right on.
Going first. If you have a question, go ahead. Nobody stop me.
So we always talk about the entrepreneurship, life story, all that. But I want to know a little bit more about being a refugee, coming from Vietnam and then coming over to LA at 12. That's your adolescent years. How was that? Coming over here and transitioning and just getting settled in LA, especially LA, because LA is what year was that? And
I came 2004. 2004. But technically speaking, I wasn't actually living in LA. Yeah, I just like because everyone knows about California, like from for LA. But I was actually in a small it's a small city, but it's also in like the poorest zip code of California. It's called San Marino. It's not considered super poor, but the very very high unemployment rate there. And so, for me, kind of, coming to America, like my first thing was like, wow, like everything in America is huge, like, because in Vietnam, it's like, it's a small, super small country. And I didn't speak English at the time when I was there. I just know that, my mom just one day could tell me, hey, so we got a call from the embassy and we're coming to America. So I'm like, all right, well, as a kid, like you're just excited to like go and see a different place, considering the fact that I had my aunts like always come back every 2 years to visit with my grandma. And so I always like, every time I took them to the airport with my mom and dad, I was like, what's on the other side of that like door, like after they leave to go to the plane. And so like for me it was like in a way like a dream come true for me to step foot into America. Even at such a young age, I was really excited and grateful. But for me, like getting into school, learning English, I was always like the shy kid, the one in the background. Because I remember one time, like the teacher called on me to read a sentence, and then I completely say the word forgive, but I say the like completely different word. And then like everyone just like look at me like confused. Some of them they hold back the laugh, and so I'm like, after that,
kids are mean.
Yeah, kids are rough. Kids are rough.
But for me, I always look at it like it's okay as an experience. Like I don't really look at anything bad like while I was growing up, even though people laugh and make fun. But then I also have people that were really helpful, like the kids that helped me out, take me under their wings, and just like show me how to do homeworks and things like that. And so like growing up, I think like I love to kind of put myself into like that new environment. That's why I was into business. Like when I was 18, I found out about Cutco, which is like completely selling,
Oh, you were 18 then?
Huh?
You say you were 18 when you started the Cutco?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
So, at that time, my English was still like really bad at the time. And so, but I was like, wow, like all of these people are so high energy, and they just have like, they're 18 years old or 25 years old like me. And they just like learning about life and growth and mentality wise, like it's just like a whole like new realm for me, so I was like super excited to be in that environment all the time. Like I remember like even if I don't say the words right, like I'm still trying to like I still was super excited in what I was doing. And I think that's what kind of got me like result, even though like I have no idea how to like say English like the right way, but then I made sales, I made money, and so I just like
excitement will take you a long way. We know that here, like just being excited about something.
Yeah, I remember my first Cutco sale was actually from a friend of mine. His mom bought it for me, my first appointment ever. And so I'm like, well, great, like, so I guess I can actually do this sales thing. And like when you're like 18 years old and you make money for the first time, it's like super exciting feeling. And I just kind of immerse myself into that. I think like the fact that I don't really have I don't really have like any limitation on what I can achieve, because I believe that, everything happened for a reason. I was given this opportunity to come to America versus so many people that would really love to be here and have this opportunity to make something for themselves. But, unfortunately, they don't have that opportunity. So for me, it's like I gotta do everything I can, to make it happen for me and for my family, to be able to later on take care of my parents, my relatives, and things like that. Yeah, so it's like always like a driving force for me.
Yeah,
You know,
that's hell of a
just coming
purpose.
from that gratitude.
Yeah.
I think we found her why.
That's inspiring.
It's funny you say that. I can really relate because I was, I guess, an immigrant myself because I came from Nigeria to the UK when I was 18.
Yeah.
So that was a huge culture shock for me. But unlike you, I was resistant. I didn't want to come. So when I came here, everything was strange. Everything was different. The food, the culture, everything. So for you going from Vietnam at 12 to America, what was the biggest cultural difference that you had a little trouble adjusting to, apart from the language?
I think it was the fact that, you know, a lot of people look at like, you know, like coming from one country to another, like they miss their friends and they miss their family and things like that, right? For me, like when I come here, I don't know, I guess it's just like, I think like a lot of the kids in school that I was friends with, they were very friendly. So maybe I was just lucky to be surrounded by like, you know, the kids that kind of like, you know, like open mind and not like talking back. Because in Vietnam, like they're friends of mine, like, you know, the girls over there, they kind of a little bit more competitive. With
Mean girls. You can call them mean girls.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
So-
Mean Girls.
Yes, and you know, and they're competitive, and they just like, you know, they always like picking out what's wrong with you and things like that. And so when I come here, like everybody was just like themselves, like friendly, you know, like they don't really have that type of like talk. Or maybe I'm just like always hang out with the nerds, I guess, like, you know, the ones that like
Yes, nerds are friendly.
yeah,
Those are my
so,
people.
yeah, because I'm a nerd myself, you know, so like I basically just kind of hang out with those girls, and I felt like they were, and that's all I see, like, you know, I kind of like bubble myself into that, like, you know, oh well, you know, I think these are really good, like new environment that I put myself in, and other than that, like I guess like I've never really noticed too much of like the negative when I was growing up. More mainly because I was still trying to wrap my head around how to do homework. You know, like how to actually
Too busy to think about the
Speak
negative.
English.
yeah, how to
Yeah, you
actually
got
like
too much
learn
going
this
on.
language.
I got
So
these
I can-
United States problems. Gotta realize how to answer them.
But then
Yeah.
again, also the energy you put out is the energy you get back. So if you were being kind,
Yeah.
and, you know, cool to people, then that's what you was getting back. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
I
Did you
think,
say?
yeah.
Did you say San Bernardino?
Yes, San Bernardino.
I've got family that hails
Yes.
from San Bernardino. Okay, cool.
I was actually in the city, San Bernardino. So San Bernardino is a whole county, but the city itself is really like low unemployment rate. And you know, like, but the school, the high school that I went to, because I moved from like a few cities before I came to San Bernardino to settle there for like 4 years. You know, the high school that I went to, again, like, it's just like the teachers, you know, the friends, I found like good people. So it's just kind of like what you were saying, you know, like if your dominant, like focus or your thought is on like how good everything is, and you know, always grateful for no matter what circumstance you're in, then you somehow attract like those good things that come to you, people, good circumstance. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you stay present and just, you know, engulf yourself in the situation and not,
Right.
as I say, play the victim and just be like, this is my experience and I'm living it. Generally, things tend to work out. I know that for myself, that's what it was for me that got me through a lot of stuff as well. So I have a question as well. So, like, you were saying that you did the cut code and you didn't feel the 9-to-5 life. So what do you think drove that, you know, entrepreneur spirit, and especially going into sales? Like, was there any reason why that happened?
Yeah, I think that's what, like, you know, because coming from such a small third world country where I really see poverty, you know, I see like, you know, kids like it's sad. Like sometimes you will see kids like go on the street begging for money. There's some of them don't even have legs. Some of them don't even have like arms. Like you walk through that. Like you kind of see that on a daily basis. And what you can do as 12 years old, you can only like hope that something good will comes out for their life later on. But the reality is it might not be that way for them. And so when I come to America, it was like I broke the ceiling. You know what I mean? Like even though it wasn't like an accomplishment or anything, it was kind of like a destiny thing that I got to come here. But I felt like, wow, like there's so much potential. Like there's really no limit to life, really. But I guess, Maggie, to come back to your question, that was probably my culture shock, is in the fact that like what you see from the other world is so much more different from this world. And if it's possible for this world to be like this, then what's stopping you from achieving things that you want to achieve in life? It's just really about your perception, right? And so that's why like I basically, since after I graduated high school and I got like, a little part-time job for like a month to make like about $12 an hour. And then I came to Cutco and I was able to make, I don't know how much was my first commission. I think it was about like $200, $300 for that like 1 hour that I was like there. I'm like, wow, there's really no limit. There's no, I don't want to have any ceiling for me to look up to, right? So like a 9-to-5 job for me, it's that type of ceiling. It's basically always gonna be, you can only go so far. And if you work really hard, like you show every day, you're making sure you do everything you can. And, but then like a year or 2 years later, hopefully you get a $3 raise. Or like maybe 10, 20 years from now, you might be able to make a $20 extra for an hour, where I want to see that, like, what is the potential that I can achieve in this life, So I think that it's not really about the money. It's just like the fact that satisfaction feeling of like, wow, I can't believe I just accomplished that. Like, I can't believe I just, the money is like that physical manifestation for me to see that belief come true. So I guess that's what makes it also exciting for me, is to kind of see like that progress, that growth that I have for myself. And then every single time I overcome an obstacle, it's because I overcome that. Like I own that, and versus like if I was to be in a job, like an obstacle, there's like so much like boxed in that you can do with one like title, if that makes sense. Like, you can only, if you're a manager, you can only be in this position and you can't go into the other department and you can't do that or this. But if you're an entrepreneur, you can do everything. There's no like boxed in guideline of what you can do. Oh, I want to be able to be good at speaking, so let me go and learn speaking. Well, I want to be also good at understanding people and listening. Well, let me go and hone in on that skill on listening. So like there's so much that you can do as one person, that is like, the sky, there's no really limit at all to it. As long as you want to. Yeah, as long as you want to grow, then you grow,
Yeah,
so
I definitely get that, because I was a serial entrepreneur myself. As soon as I came out of university, had a job for like 3 months, and I was like, no, I'm not an employee. I'm an entrepreneur. And then I just started my own business.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I love that. Like, I love the feeling where I can tell myself like, okay, like today, even if I don't like get the result that I want, but I own it 100%, and I get to learn something else or grow in other aspect. And today I can be able to make however I want to make. There's no like set amount on people telling me, okay, well, 8 hours today, and this is how much you will make 8 hours today.
You can just take time off and just have a me day.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep. So I think that it's a blessing. I look at every second of my entrepreneurial life as the biggest blessing that I get to live with every day.
It's amazing to see it too, like just to be around you, be around like all of you guys, like to see y'all hustle and y'all grind and how effortless you make it seem. And it's just like it's normal because you've been in it and you've got that, you got into that groove and you built that momentum up. So it's really awesome to see you sit here and talk about how when you put your belief and your purpose and your drive into something, and even if it's not about the money, it's the fact that you accomplish something, and then that the money is just the byproduct of all your hard work, your drive, having that purpose, being from one place, seeing what it is over there, and then coming here and like all this potential. So really cool.
Yes. Like I remember I used to, you know, when I was like walking home from school in America, like my first year here, and I look at the cars driving, I look at, you know, like the buildings, the big, like every time I drive anywhere and I see like big, tall buildings, it always gives me such an inspiration. I'm like, wow, like humans create this. This comes out of somebody's mind. And somehow it manifests into reality that I can touch this building, you know, and like that's just inspired me so much that maybe one day, you know, well, you know, I'm gonna work to get there, you know, to be able to create something grand like that I can put my hand on it and touch it and say, like, I brought that to life. You know, like that's what like really drive me all the time to get into like new things and, you know, overcome new challenges, because you can feel that expansion within you. You know, and you never know, maybe one day one of those like big buildings that I look up to, you know, could be mine, or could be, you know, somebody that I know that I'm surround myself with, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfect segue to ask what's next. What is it you want to create? That thing that you want to be able to put your hand on and say, I did this.
So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work with so many amazing entrepreneurs right now in LiveSotori. And, you know, I always have this grand vision of be able to help build, you know, an empire, build a global empire, and be able to like look at it and say, wow, like I'm a part of that, you know, like I actually has a hand in that to build it up, you know. And just like I follow Grant and, you know, Elena a lot, right? And I always get inspired by how they were able to just kind of like bring this whole idea of like a global impact, you know, to life. And that's what I want for like LiveSotori to, you know, become a global impact, you know, something that we can really create a massive like ripple effect of positive change and elevation, you know, and expansion of consciousness, expansion of, you know, humans' potential to the world. You know, there's so much more that we can be able to collaborate and create, you know, together. And I think that that's, you know, right now what we have here, the gathering of all the people that have the same drive, the same intention, you know, the same motivation, energy, and come together and just like create that unity, the force that gonna help to kind of get that global expansion to become, you know, reality. And I really, that's what I'm super excited about, to be able to work with a team of great people, you know, and I know that since I was 18 until now, I've always been excited to be in a team, to be a part of a like a high, like driven energy people. And so that's what we have right now. And this is why I wake up every single day, you know, like so grateful for this. Because it's exactly what I was looking for. It's exactly what I was praying for a long time. And now to be able to see it come true every single day. And everything it's exciting when you see step by step, like brick by brick that you build, you know. And even though right now you don't see the whole wall, you don't see the whole building, but every brick you put into it, it's, you know, and if it's not just you doing it, but if it's like a bunch of people all building bricks together, and then one day you just look back and you're like, wow, we just create a huge, you know, like a huge Empire State building, right? And it's just by bricks of so many people coming together and do it together.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between a job and like a love or a career, because a person with a job would just look at it as, yeah, I come here to stack bricks. But a person that, like, was that in Atomic Habits?
Building
Compound Effect?
It was in one of them, but it was building the cathedral.
Yeah, and so the other guy comes in and is like, no, I'm not sad. I'm building a cathedral. Yes, this may be my whole life, but it's going to be a cathedral that I helped build.
Exactly.
So that's how you have to have that love of what you do, because like we only get one life here, so you need to enjoy what you're doing.
And the delayed effect, like we were talking about,
the delayed gratification.
Delayed gratification instead of immediate. Like we're not going to see it right now, but you have to hold steady, like hold the line. Like it's coming, but our brains are so fixated on, I gotta see it now. I gotta see it now. Get caught up in it.
If we don't see it, it ain't working. If we don't see it, it ain't working. Abort.
Abort mission. Abort mission. Code 10. Get them chains off the door.
Yeah, like I'm always inspired. One day I would love for us to all be able to go and see the Great Wall in China, you know, like how that was built like thousands of years ago. Can you believe like people actually lay bricks like that, you know, and it's, you know, create a whole thing that lasts for centuries later on. Like that's amazing. And like Carlos was saying, you know, that's the difference between people. Like that's why I'm saying, like, you know, the 9-to-5 job, it confines you so much that all you can think about is what's in it for me, because it's kind of like train your mind to think that way. But with entrepreneur, because you're encompassing everything, you're the person responsible for everything that's come in your life. So because of that, whenever you build or whenever you do something, you take responsibility for it, as in a good way as well, not just bad, because people think of responsibility as a bad thing, but I think of it as a great thing, because when you take responsibility in it, you have ownership in that. It's your ownership, your effort, your part of building that as well, you know. So it's like amazing to kind of like do that switch of mindset, and then it drives you. I mean, that's how it gets me out of bed every day.
What a pleasure.
Yes, indeed.
Always dropping those nuggets.
Like, once people see this, they're gonna want to know where you at, where can they find you. So we're gonna make sure we put the socials up, you know, on your screen. As I'm talking right now, it'll pop up.
Yes.
So
come say hi, guys. Send me a message if you have any questions. I'm always love to like chat with, you know, other like-minded entrepreneurs. And if you want to, you know, be able to know more about LiveSotori or anything like that, you know, just go ahead and shoot me a DM.
Here you go.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome. This has been awesome.
Shoot the DM to any of these guys also.
Yeah,
or
like, share, subscribe, and comment below.
Yes,
indeed.
Like, subscribe, and comment. And, you know, again, I just want to say thank you so much for having me here. You guys are such inspirations for me too, you know, to see each and every one of you, like, always showing up with amazing energy, always giving, always like, you know, be here and creating something, you know, laying your bricks as well, you know. So I really, you know, get inspired by that. And I hope that, you know, we can all really take this thing to the moon together.
To the moon, LiveSotori, to the moon.
That is the
plan. Let's get our ticket.
And on that happy note, we just want to say thank you for gracing us with your presence, your wisdom, and your knowledge. We always learn from you. It's always a pleasure. So make sure everybody join us next week with another episode of Late Night Satori.
Awesome.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
All right, take it easy.
All right, welcome back. We have another Late Night Satori, but the special edition. As you know, I did say coup de grace, but she is killing it. But that's not what I meant. I meant the piece de la resistance. Miss Train Win.
Yay!
Welcome back.
Bonus feature
Yeah.
track.
It's my favorite show.
Yes, it is quite coincidental that her last name is Win, because apparently that's all she can do. If I could get copyrights to that song, I would play it, but we're not about that life right now. So we'll just say all she does is win. No matter.
No matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
I do is win.
No matter what. She can't stop.
So should we let Train say it, or are we all gonna just say it together? In unison about the accomplishment.
We'll let her decide.
Which would you like? Would you like a late night Satori hoorah, or would you like to tell the people why we're all excited about what's transpiring right now? What says you?
This is a hard decision to make. All right, well, I'll just celebrate with you all. So why don't you start, and then I'll go along.
All right, you guys, you ready? We're gonna give her a late night Satori.
I'm ready.
2, 3.
I think all the
We're trying to come out.
100,000 dollars.
$100K.
That's what's
Got a
up.
little lightheaded with that scream.
I'm about to pass out.
Need to turn the fan on now.
Thank you. I don't know if the noise all gone through, at the same
I want to put
time.
a big 100K like on the thing, like whoa.
I love you guys. Thank you. And honestly, this is like from the bottom of my heart. I don't think I could do that without each and every one of you and all the other Satori and members, and of course, the man, Junior Anthony, the mentor. It's definitely was super surreal when it happens. And it has been a goal for a long time. I'm like every month it's like let's go for 100K. Is it gonna be this month? All right, well, not there yet. Let me keep going. Next month, but the key, I think, is just staying consistent. Keep going at the goal. Keep going for it. Keep looking at it. Being excited about it. And it was so amazing when it happens. Literally, everyone that was on that Zoom, it's just like an explosion of positive energy. And I think that's like what really touched me the most. It's the amount of love and celebration that we all have here, for other people's success. And it's just like pure joy, pure like goodness and positive vibe, that everyone was giving me. Like I felt so like, overwhelmed with happiness because of everyone's happiness for me. Yeah.
That energy is transferable. It's amazing.
To be able to know a millionaire, and now you are 1-0 away. One.
That is so true. Oh my God. How did you put it that way?
Brian is competitive. She's like,
zero.
Like, you know what?
I like how you put that, Carlos.
Yeah.
I'm
My brain
making
starts
happen.
spinning.
2 weeks later, guys, another special. I don't know how she did it. She's a millionaire now.
10x that thing.
Yes, 10x it. Yeah, that's so true. Wow, it's only a 0 away.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like, like that's why they say money is energy, and it's really just up to our imagination of what we can do, right? Like, and that was my that's really is my motivation throughout this whole journey, is when I want to get to 100K, just so that it's something that like possible and that it's going to be a reality for many other people, to be able to do it too. And I love to be able to see so many more people getting to the 100K, and knowing that, like, it's possible for you if you just imagine that, you can do it as well. And that's really is my motivation for going after it. And adding another 0 to it, that's the next motivation.
Glad I could simplify it, get you started on that goal.
Count it. Yeah, but like the energy, like being around the energy, like each and every one of you, all the Satorians, like you get a different energy from everybody. And I'm just saying, to have the energy of somebody that made 100K, it's a good feeling. It's a good energy.
ain't nothing wrong with it, I'll tell you that. Ain't nothing wrong.
But another reason too is because you're so giving. Like if I was like, oh man, I'm having a bad time. Hey, Train, you got like an hour I could talk to you real quick just to, bounce some things off of you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, don't break out, bro. Let's go. Like it's like it's nothing. Like, cause you're here for us. We're here the same way we're here for you. It's amazing.
And the thing is also, going back to the giving thing, you would expect, since she done made this milestone, that she just be to herself, I've got to make money. But no, this fella, she's helping everybody the most.
Yeah.
It's like, here, you get what you give. Apparently, she is the living proof of it. Oh, I forgot. I have it exactly right here, so it's actually working.
No,
so yeah, she's living proof.
Opposite
I know.
other
It
side.
works for me.
Okay, Carlos. Okay.
Oh my God, I love you.
Yeah, she's just a giving, and if she says other or each other, your heart will melt because it sounds so adorable.
I mean, it's I think that's the cornerstone of everything, right? Like the more we give, the more we also have that blessing to receive, And I always believe that, like, when God bless you with things, it's because you have that, I guess, like, the blessings you can give to others more, and serving that, and I think that it just makes it way more rewarding, because every time that we're going for something, I don't know about you guys, like, it's just funny, like it comes, I mean, I'm a foodie, right? So I always relate things to food.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, like every time that I order like a plate of food to eat, like even if it's so good, like it's, if I eat it by myself, like I don't know why it feels satisfying, but it's not that satisfying when other people can also, like, share that with me. And I mean, it kind of goes in together with why I like to share other people's food too. But
I give.
That's why you love dim sum so much.
Yeah, that's why I love dim sum so much, because you can, like, you have something good in front of you, and everyone share it together and taste that same goodness with you, Same with drinks, like, I mean, this is obviously podcast, we can't really talk about that too much, but yeah, like same thing, like I cannot finish like a drink, like I would always like share with some other people, just so it's like the joy, I think of it like joy and goodness that should always be spread around. Because it's
can we talk
more
about drinks?
What happened?
Did I miss something?
Try not to promote alcoholism.
Oh, we're all adults here.
Adult beverages.
Just don't say the brand. Don't be like, I mix 3 quarts of this, and this, and then it's like, I like to share an occasional adult beverage with some friends. Boom.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. I think that makes it way more fun. So same thing with money,
Yeah, share experiences. You want everybody to share in that joy that you feel. And that's something I've noticed about you. You're really invested in us winning, and you do the things that you do to help us be the best that we can be to get to where you're at. And that's quite inspirational and commendable as well, because not everybody's like that. Like Carlos was saying, some people would be, wanting to keep certain things to themselves, but you're constantly giving and sharing.
Well, I'm humbled to be able to help, because I always look at it like, I'm like this Asian girl that don't really even speak English that like correctly, most of the time. And then there are people that come and like asking like to get advice from me. Like I always feel like so humbled by it. Like, it's like, wow, like people actually, like don't really care what I sound like, or, like if I stumble on the words or whatever, like they all just really, like loving the information and the help. And I'm like, for me, it's like amazing to be able to do that and like help others and just feel that like, overall like positive vibe of everyone appreciating my help. Like I feel so honored to be appreciated for that. Like to me, it's just like, yeah, I get to do this, and I love like sales and marketing is one of my like joy and passion that I do it for so long. So like to be able to help others with it, it's it just multiply that joy, make it even more fun to do it.
Oh yeah, you speak English a lot better than most people that I know that it's their first language. So you may not get the jokes all the time, but you speak it very well.
Yeah, I always get it like 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Or I have to ask, like, what did you say?
I think I keep thinking about
You look
the
cute
eagle.
when you're confused, so it's
She smiles either way. It's like they're confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
don't
was
get
it?
it, but yeah.
I would like to know the joke. Can you repeat it one more time?
Could you break it down and
Break it
explain
down.
it to where it just takes all the fun away from it? Then she'll laugh while everybody's like, it's over. But it's funny now.
Gotta love it.
But we still
Two
love
trains.
Team Rain in this thing.
But yeah, like we really appreciate you. Like it's hard to express everything out in this little short podcast. Like you really don't really get it until like you're either in here or get to meet you in person. But man, I really appreciate you, and it's just a blessing to have you with us and being able to spread that love and giving out that positive vibe all the time. So much appreciated, Train. Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed.
we appreciate you.
Same here. Sometimes like words are very hard because you feel so much, but it's hard for you to even convey your feelings into words, and the best way I can say it is that I love and appreciate you guys, but I mean the feeling of those words is like beyond like that, and it's like I'm just so, I guess the best way to say is I feel blessed. I feel blessed to be surrounded by you, Uncle Tim, by Carlos, by Maggie. Like you guys just have that good energy that always like make everything so much more simple, enjoyable, lighthearted, and those are the things that like I always love. Like it makes, like they say there was a quote like pay attention to people that you surround that makes your heart feels like at peace,
Yeah.
and those are like that's exactly what I get like when I'm surrounded you guys. That's why a lot of times like when we like hang out and talk together, like the conversation could just draw on. Because, like,
We're like, okay, I'm leaving. 5, 4. Oh, wait a minute. What'd you say? 2 hours later.
yeah.
The late night Satori was in full swing last night.
Last night, yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna get out of here. Gotta wake up early. 1 hour later, I gotta go. If I want to wake up for this Satori book club, I have to leave.
I did not make that decision.
Yeah.
And by the way, the book club was amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really dope this morning.
Yes.
Yes,
I
we
can't
definitely
wait.
have to put that episode out.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't wait for that.
I wanted to wait for a new book, but that one, it's got to go out. Yeah.
Of course it is, baby. It got late night Satori on it.
Maggie, we need another banner, Maggie. We got to make it official.
Got a little avatars reading the book.
So a quick promo moment, guys. Late Night Satori podcast have a book club edition coming out. And it's awesome. So check it out when it comes, when it airs.
Like I say, what Trey's gonna get paid to be a marketer. She's marketing us even more than we're marketing ourselves. I'm sitting here listening. We're like, yeah. Wait a second.
Wait a minute, we just supposed to
Not
be doing
even
that.
on the. She ain't even on the podcast. And she's marketing.
I'm a loyal fan. What can I say?
That I have to say, you have been a loyal fan from the beginning. You've always supported us, always, been there for us. The encouragement, the ideas. So we truly appreciate that.
We wouldn't have had a book club edition if it wasn't for Train. Yeah.
Taking negatives and making positives.
I'm telling you, that was
Guys, stop it. You're making me blush. I have the Asian glow now.
Disagreement turned into a marketing opportunity.
It was amazing.
Train
win right there.
Lemons to lemonade. That's what they need. That's her tagline. Lemons to lemonade. It's gonna be her marketing agency.
Thank y'all for the bonus track, the bonus edition, the bonus feature. Is there anything you want to let the people know before you leave us, Trey?
I just want to say that everything is possible. Literally, when you have like people around you, when you can. Well, it starts from within, of course. It starts from inside of us, feeling that gratitude, that pure happiness and goodness, in our life. And then it will attract the people that have that same vibration to be around you. And when you have that tribe and you found your tribe, like anything is possible, because even if you're slacking off on your goal and you're losing a little bit of beliefs and all of that, but your tribe will be the one that reminds you of your purpose and keep you going. I gotta give a shout out to my brother Omar from Jamaica. He literally tell me like on his birthday, in September, like, Trey, I don't want anything from you for my birthday materialistically. I just want you to hit your 100K, and that's gonna be my birthday gift, from you. And that's just like how amazing is that when you have people in your circle that is like 100%, like being there to support you and push you and can help you to grow, and just seeing the best in you, and I think like that's really one of the biggest success ingredient for me, having you guys, having a lot of people around. And so anything is possible. You just have to make sure that you surround yourself with those people that vibrate with you at that high frequency that you radiate out there, and you can achieve anything.
Amazing.
Spoken like someone that made $100,000.
But yes, thank you so much, guys. I really love and appreciate each and every one of you. I can't say that enough. Again, words can't do justice, what you feel and what you have inside. So we're just gonna all feel that, feel the love.
If I was a crier, it would be a tear right now. I did get a little misty-eyed when you started talking about the appreciation, but yeah, we'll just words.
We love
Words
and
can't express.
appreciate you too.
Yes, always.
Always, baby.
Late Night Satori podcast for life.
Full life.
Bonus track.
Well, this has been that special edition of Late Night Satori. And as always, catch y'all on the next one.
See ya.